one Blue Jays way in Toronto. Welcome to Rogers Center. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Boston Red Sox and the Toronto Blue Jays. Story coming into this one was what he's been able to do this past month, really putting together an outstanding 4 weeks of play. It will be a major factor in this one today.
He's been a force to be reckoned with, Boog. Elite stats and makes an impact every time he steps on the field. Can't wait to see what he's got in store for this crowd today.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just about to get underway. Starting on the mound in this one, Kevin Gausman. What do we have on him?
Yeah, he's definitely had a struggle so far this year, as evidenced by that inflated whip. But he's going to have to find a way to limit the base runners, put his team in a position to win a ball game. So we know he's prepared. We know this guy's a competitor, and we'll watch how he works in this one.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Fouled off. He was late. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow left field. A little bloop single. So a man on base to start the inning.
Batting second, the right fielder,
Hank Aaron up next for the Red Sox. 3 for 9 in the series coming in. Swings through that one.
0-1.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get one out first. It's going to be tough to get two with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Runner takes off. Next offering is fouled back. Runner goes again. Pitch misses in. Safe at second, and that was not close. And that extends his lead for the most stolen bases in baseball. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in the third and final game of the series. Ground ball to the right side, and foul ball. And ball forward to a board.
Well, he took his chance at getting him to chase right there, but with first base open, walk not a bad thing. He set up a double play opportunity if he can induce a ground ball.
And next for the Red Sox, Ted Williams. That's off the mark, and that's ball 1. Wagner over at second. Hank at first with no outs. That just misses. Now 2-0.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. And it remains 2-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Breaking ball inside. And that's ball 3. Manny Ramirez in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Down the left field line, looks like extra bases. Wagner flying around third. He'll score, and the Red Sox have the lead. The relay to the plate, safe, and they lead by 2.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Runner in scoring position, no outs. And stepping in for Boston, Manny Ramirez. And that gets the inside corner for a strike. And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2.
He's clearly out there throwing pitches in this situation. First base is open. He walks him. No big deal.
That misses the zone, and the count is 1-2.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
That misses. 2-2.
Well, they're really running up the pitch count in this first inning. Lots of confidence from this team that is perhaps the hottest in baseball right now.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. First inning, and already up to 23 pitches. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And there's one away.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
So up next, David Ortiz with 4 runs driven in on 4 hits to this point in the series. In there at the knees, it's 0-1.
1 strike.
Fouled off to the right. 1 out and a runner at second. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. And when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
Willie Mays digging in now. And that one upstairs, ball 1.
Well, lots of pitches thrown in this first inning. It's kind of that nightmare scenario for starting pitching. But you know what? It's still early enough. He can settle in. He can get some length if he just cleans up his mechanics a little bit.
The pitch. Way inside.
3-0.
Tough start for him so far. Already at 30 pitches here in the first. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
First and second, 2 outs. Here's Wade Boggs now. 4 for 8 in the series so far. Misses again, 5 in a row.
1 ball, no strike.
2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. Next offering misses, and the count is 2-0. Slap the other way, foul. Foul ball there. Red Sox already leading. The next offering misses, and the count's full. Ozzie Smith waiting to bat for the Red Sox. And they're all loaded up.
Pretty good pitch on 3-2, right around the knees, but just no help from the umpire.
2 outs, bases full. So stepping in for Boston, Ozzie Smith. Yeah, don't need much damage here, just a base hit. Likely will score 2.
0-1.
pitch is outside. That one the other way. Oh, he gloves it. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this two-run double. It's now a 2-0 ball game. Back here at Rogers Center. And starting this one, Randy Johnson, one of the best strikeout pitchers in the history of baseball.
Yeah, Boog, he's got some of the best strikeout stuff in the history of the game. Over 4,000 career strikeouts. We'll see how many he's got today.
And now for the Jays, Sean Green.
For the Jays.
That one finds the corner. That's strike one.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Late on that fastball.
Out there on the mound, he's setting the tone early with the fastball. 98 miles per hour up on the scoreboard.
Got him looking, and he did not like the call. So he gets the call and picks up the strikeout looking.
Sometimes with a good hitter at the plate, he'll be the one to get the benefit of the doubt if he lays off on a close pitch like that, but just not right there. Strike zone definitely expanded a little bit with 2 strikes.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Johnson, a multi-Cy Young Award winner. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, and occasionally works in a splitter. 1 out, base is empty. Swings through that one for strike one.
Boom, that's cheddar, baby.
Next pitch misses way outside. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Willie Mays makes the play. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. It features a great veteran presence, Sean Green.
And Boog, he brings a big bat to this lineup. He's on pace to hit more than 40 home runs this year, and that's a guy where if it's more than a couple of games without a dinger, guys are wondering what's going on. You're so used to seeing him around the bases. You put a guy like this in the middle of the lineup and just put it on autopilot. Big-time hitter, always a ton of fun to watch.
Jose Bautista in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Next offering way off the plate. Check swing, and that's a ball. 2 outs, base is empty. And that is out of play.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
Swing at a ball lifted to center field. Mays makes the play, and it's out number 3. Back now in Toronto. And now the catcher comes up to him, Jason Barrett.
What's up, Caden? What's going on? I'm watching the end of the Lakers and Wolves game. It's a good game so far.
Catch and throw. He is at the top of the game. Gosman back to work. Fastball for a strike.
Really good athlete, and many times we talk about the feet.
Can't complain, man.
This catcher is
It's a little nice out here today, so I went for a nice walk today. Nah, I went with the Lakers. Hope the Lakers tie it up. I think it's going to be a long series. I think it's a 6-7 game series. So,
now 1-2.
Really impressive.
yeah, I like both those guys too. I don't have anything against the Wolves. I just, I think the Lakers are going to win the game. I like Luka, and I like LeBron. I'm not a LeBron hater.
One up, one down. And Chris, beyond the fact that he's so incredible,
He used to bother me when he was with Miami long time ago.
Top of the lineup. Now here's the Red Sox leadoff hitter.
He went back to Cleveland. He made up for his sins.
Out in front with the swing, and that is strike one. On the ground to the left. Slinging it to first in time.
Yeah, this is a series. I really like both these teams in the West, so I'm kind of hoping we can see 7 games of this matchup.
No doubt that 85-mile-per-hour heater was the difference on this play, according to StatCast, and it looked like a blur going across the infield from up here, and they just got the out.
2 outs, base is empty. Hank Aaron up next for the Red Sox. The walk and a run scored his first time. Outside low, ball 1. And delivers outside. Singy, he wasn't real sharp in the first, got hit around, but really more so, didn't throw a ton of strikes.
Well, he's just got to find a way to settle down. He was clearly fighting himself out there, not really finding the strike zone, walking batters. So we'll see if he can get back on track and fill up the zone a little bit more.
And that's off the outside edge. And now 3-1. Ted Williams.
It's 1-0. Well, I might be a little delayed because I'm watching on my phone, but it's 104-104. Ants got 3 free throws with 3:40 left.
Swing and a ground ball.
I feel like they did pretty good. I would give them a B+. I feel like they did pretty good. From what we needed, we filled a bunch of holes in what we needed. We went with D-line a good amount, corner. I feel like we did good. If we would have got like a fast receiver too, like if we would have grabbed Taz or something, I would have been like A. But I'm not mad we didn't get a receiver. We needed defense. B, okay. That's not bad. Can't hate on that.
Misses inside. Ball 1.
Oh, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
And that's outside. Rusty Valentine calling balls and strikes.
Boog, something I hear from hitters about Valentine is they know they don't.
Nah, he played too good in college to go undrafted. Just, you said he had a bad pro day, but Isaiah Bond had sexual assault allegations.
First base runner of the game.
It's tough after falling behind a hitter with 2 balls and no strikes, but now at least he gets a fresh start against a new batter. But he needs to get back into the strike zone and start pitching with conviction.
Santander went deep in his most recent game. Runner at first with no outs here. Fastball for a strike.
What was the reason he went undrafted?
And down on strikes. 1 gone here.
Well, definitely a borderline pitch right there, and he didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. Those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
Maybe a bad pro day or something. I don't know.
And now it's Dalton Varsho.
Definitely.
Maybe they thought he was a product of a system.
Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
Ball 1 there. Man at first, 1 away. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Swing and a miss. Throw to second. Out.
Not a fast runner on the base path, so this kind of looks like it was a hit and run call from the dugout. Got to make contact some way or somehow, because that guy's not going to be able to steal second base and be safe.
They shouldn't have sent him. That was a bad idea. I didn't even think he was going to try to go, but bad idea, computer.
And that one missed by a ton.
Going to really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Yeah, they might end it Tuesday.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays. They trail things here 2-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. New inning getting started. And now, Ted Williams. Just missed. Williams
sounds good, man. Yeah, I'm watching it right now.
Lineup, and he's one of the few 2-time MVPs in the league. That one out to right. And it gets into the seats. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. And that's outside.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
That one found hard the other way. And the 0-1. In the air, fairly deep to right field. Green hauls it in, and there's 2 away. 2 down, base is empty. Here's some real power at the plate. David Ortiz. Just missed. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. That one ripped. And no one can get there. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. High fly ball down the left field line. Santander moving back for it. Pulls it in on the warning track. 1 left for the Red Sox as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Back here at Rogers Center, Bo Bichette up to the dish. And now the count is even. The shortstop takes the ball.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Swing and a high fly ball pulled foul, and that's out of play.
Bro, why you wanting me to lose money?
Next one misses. 3-2 now.
Wow, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Three and two now. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Batting eight, the
And
second
next for
baseman,
Toronto, Ernie Clement. Good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively. In there, and it's 0-1.
No ball. One strike.
Bichette gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Next offering is fouled back.
Yep, like he just said, Minnesota just got away with one. That was a foul.
And we'll do it again.
He needs to throw that breaking ball with just a little more conviction to get the swing and miss.
Man, that got him square in the mask. Nobody out. Runner at first. That one just misses. Now 1-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Some heat there at 98 miles an hour.
Batting ninth,
Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk. And a foul ball. Just missed.
Yeah, that was a foul on Luka before, though. They tripped him for sure.
If he doesn't get
They missed that call.
That pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
Up and in, and it's 2-2. This to third, makes the sliding stop. There's one.
Ooh, what a stop, Bogsy. Let's go.
3 up, 3 down for him there. On to inning number 4. It's the Red Sox 2 and the Jays nothing.
I tell you what, I think we all just jumped across that line.
Welcome back.
Leading
Let's
off,
take a look
Red
at how the
Sox,
series has
the
played
first
out so
baseman,
far.
Wade Ball.
And that one missing inside a sharp slider. The 1-0. And that one hammered. That's back.
Look at Wade Boggs making an impact, going yard, making a good stop defensively, starting the double play. Let's go.
Second homer of this series, and they tack on to their lead. It's 3-0. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
And next for the Red Sox, Ozzie Smith. 0 for 1 so far. And a swing and a miss.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
There's a strike. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Top half of inning number 4. The shortstop takes the ball.
1 and 2.
And there's a ball. Still 2 and 2 after the foul ball. And that just misses.
Okay.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. This one in the air. Bautista. And makes the grab. And there's one down.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter. And a tough one at that.
Here's the catcher to hit, Jason Varitek. Fly to center his first time.
Wow, of course they get the call right for Minnesota, and then Luka got fouled earlier and they didn't call that on the trip. Okay.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Well, when you commit to throwing an inside fastball to your glove side across the strike zone, especially with 2 strikes, if you're going to miss, you want to miss off the plate in. You do not want to leave it out over the heart of the plate. So that was excellent execution on that pitch. Really tied him up, and he couldn't get a piece at all.
Wagner in the box again, takes a strike.
Felt impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, and you can play around a little bit more as the at-bat expands.
What a game.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And that'll do it. The Red Sox pick up a run on the homer. It's now 3-0. You're dialed into the show. Welcome back.
Leading up,
and struggles at the plate in this series as we take a look at the numbers.
Green.
And a foul ball.
Oh. 1 and 1.
Yeah, but LeBron is old though. I mean, you can say what you want, but Jordan was not good. He wasn't good when he was playing with the Wizards. I know you didn't ever watch Jordan, but I mean, I'd probably say Jordan was better than LeBron overall. But he loves playing ball. I mean, he loves playing ball, man. That was a good game though. That could have went either way, and the refs definitely messed up on Luka when he was trying to get that across half court. They tripped him, and it should have been a foul. And then, of course, they challenged the other one, and that got overturned. Rightfully so overturned, but what you gonna do? That's a close game. And the refs missed a call on Luka, so here's what it is.
First hit in this one. That one in triple digits.
1 ball, 1 strike.
He swings and fouls one off. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Hit on the ground to the right side. Wow. Nice.
Ooh, look at Big Papi making defensive plays.
Nicely done at first for the out.
Look at the big guy getting down and dirty, robbing what probably would have been a double if it gets by him. You love to see that because most times it's the shortstop or second baseman, but he wants to get in the mix a little bit as well.
Jose Bautista next up for the Blue Jays. There's the strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
And that's a little high. Smoked on the ground to second. To first, and the Blue Jays go down 1-2-3. Nothing doing here this half. On to the top of the fifth we go. It's the Red Sox 3 and the Jays nothing. We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the fifth. Chris Bassett.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
So digging in, Hank Aaron. He's 0 for 1.
What happened to the Canadians hashtag on Twitter? For some reason it's
That misses the zone.
the logo's gone.
1-0. Movement
That's
in the Blue
interesting.
Jays bullpen. Brennan Bernardino getting loose out there. Swanson, a right-hander, loosening up as well. Fastball for a strike.
1-1.
And the count even at 1. And that's in the dirt.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
This one popped up right side. Clement hauls it in for the out.
The batter, number 9, designated hitter, Ted
And the
Williams.
batter now, Ted Williams. Drove in 2 runs on a double back in the first. He's 1 for 2. Hit hard but foul off to the left. Next offering is fouled back. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. And that skips in the dirt. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. When he's out in front there, just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
2 outs, base is empty. Manny Ramirez will hit next. 0 for 2 in this one. That one's in there, 0-1.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
That misses the zone, and 1-1. Just missed. Hard ground ball, base knock. And that extends the inning.
The first baseman, number 34, David Ortiz.
And stepping in for Boston, David Ortiz, 1 for 2. That missed by a lot. And that is ball 1. Ramirez leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Sliced hard but foul. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Two outs. In the dirt, blocked. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
Ball.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Willie Mays waiting to bat for the Red Sox. And here's a 3-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year.
Delgado.
Johnson back to work. just missed.
Well, these Blue Jays just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They really haven't worked many deep counts or long at-bats, and that's fine if you're having a lot of success. But at this point, I think it's time to make an adjustment.
Next offering is in for a strike. Cut on and miss, struck him out. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Santander.
Anthony Santander at the plate. Caught looking his first time up. Gets the outside corner with that one.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
One down, base is empty. Swings and misses. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Varsho, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Hit in the air, left field. Ramirez brings it in for the 3rd out. Back now in Toronto, and now here is Willie Mays. First pitch misses. Mays, more than 3,000 hits in his career, and he's a former Rookie of the Year. Foul ball. Here's a 1-1. And that one fouled off. Swing and a miss, struck him out. That K is his 3rd of the game.
Now batting.
So stepping in for Boston, Wade Boggs. He went deep back in the 4th. A pretty important swing of the bat in this ball game.
Yeah, Bogey, he didn't waste any time. He jumped all over that pitch and saw it the entire way. You talk about squaring it up. He didn't miss a stitch on the baseball.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1. And downstairs.
1 ball, 1 strike.
When you search, it says failed to match up. Sorry, does it say your connection has been lost? Like when you get on the game, does it say your connection has been lost?
Hammered, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
He was all over that one. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
And next for the Red Sox, Ozzie Smith. Just missed. Right through there for a strike. And that's off the inside edge. 2-1. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Handles, throws to first, and they get the out.
The catcher, number 33, Jason.
And now it's the catcher for the Red Sox, Jason Varitek.
Like when you first load up, does it say connection to the show has been lost? The network.
Swing and attack for the goal's foul. The 0-2. Inside, just missed. Runner at second, 2 down. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Got him looking. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. So 1 hit is all they get. 7, 8, 9, 2 up in the home half of the inning. It's the Red Sox. Well, we go bottom 6. And now for the Jays. Bo Bichette. First pitch, and he just misses. That's to third, and that one handled. Fires over to first. Leadoff man retired in the 6th. Now it's the second baseman, Ernie Clement.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
Check swing, and he went. And it's 0-2. The Jays hitless so far in the game. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate. In the dirt. And a couple of quick outs.
Just beautiful placement of the splitter right there. Exactly where you want it with 2 strikes to get that swing and miss. And he's worked very hard to be able to command that pitch. It's a tough pitch to get a grip on, but he's one of the best at throwing it where he wants to.
And the batter now, Alejandro Kirk. Out towards left center. Ramirez under it. He's got it. And that's the inning. Top of inning number 7. Now here's the Red Sox leadoff hitter, Honus Wagner. 0-1.
No ball. 1 strike.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Green. He makes the grab. And there's 1 down.
The right fielder,
and stepping in for Boston, Hank Aaron. Right through there for a strike. Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Ripped to short. Bichette whips it to first. 2 away. Here now the Red Sox DH, Ted Williams. First pitch is in the dirt.
Ball 2. 2-0.
Sinker gets the bottom of the zone, and that's a strike.
Man, that didn't touch this one.
Out to short, Bichette. And that's the third out. Nothing across here this half. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Red Sox 3 and the Jays nothing. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
The right fielder, John Green.
First pitch just misses.
Changing speeds has this lineup completely off balance in this one. We've seen a lot of mistimed swings, and it's been a challenge for these hitters to get their rhythm right. Big at bat right here. He did the team thing, took until he got a strike. Now he's got to go to work, shorten up that swing a little bit, do whatever it takes to get on base.
Swing and a miss. That one at 99. And it's 1-2.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there. And there's another strikeout, and those are just continuing to pile up. His confidence level has got to be dropping. He's got to find a way to make an adjustment, Booth, get back on track. His team needs him.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. On the ground, Boggs. In the dirt, nice pick.
Great fundamentals there at first base. A textbook example of putting your body in position to make a play and doing just that. That's how they teach you to do it.
Jose Bautista next up for the Blue Jays. Still no hits on the board. 1 out away from taking the no-no into the 8th. And that one almost hit him. Two down, nobody on. Here, the bottom of the 7th. In there, base hit. And the bid for history is gone.
And with that kind of power at the plate, they'll gladly take the single to the opposite field.
The first baseman, number 25, Carlos Delgado.
Up next for Toronto, Carlos Delgado. And that one fouled off.
What? Because I paused the game? You can blame Minnesota. They have caused my death because they made me lose a bet.
Back, that's out of play. Bautista off of first with 2 away. Hit on the ground to short. Fires across the diamond, and that is the inning. Blue Jays held in check.
That's not surprising.
Trailing this one 3-0.
He's a beast.
And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the 8th. Here's the Boston cleanup hit. Manny Ramirez. Bassett back to work. Inside, and it's 1-0.
You know, this game's been like cruise control for me, but I really don't have a big lead. Like, they could definitely get back into this if they can get some hits, and my pitcher's getting tired, so he's not going to be able to pitch very longer.
And now 2 balls and a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
I'm not watching the next NBA game. I'm watching hockey instead.
Missed.
I'm watching Washington, Montreal.
3-1.
Got my Ovi jersey on.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Looked like a questionable call in that spot. He even seemed a little surprised it went his way at the plate, but as a hitter, you'll take that all day.
So man aboard, and here's the first baseman, David Ortiz.
Number 52, Pete Crow Armstrong.
There's a swing and a miss.
Sometimes being lucky is a swing and miss. If he makes contact with that pitch, probably hits into a double play.
And it's even up.
That's a ball. 1-1.
Swing and a foul out of play. Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Pacers. I'm going with the Bucks tonight.
The center fielder really.
You mean like they're in your bottom 3 like least favorite teams? Is that because they knocked out the?
When guys are consciously
You really don't like the Pistons that much? Why?
to deliver power.
Pacers I can see because they knocked out the Knicks last year, right? Celtics, because they're the Celtics, they're kind of a rival of the Knicks. But why the Pistons? I like the Pistons. The Pistons were one of my favorite teams when they first started. Ooh, that'd be a bad idea. Yeah, way bad.
There's the tag. They get it, and that's the inning. So
But why don't you like the Pistons?
last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Red Sox 3 and the Jays nothing. Pete Crow Armstrong. He's out in left field.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of any other players. I like Beasley. Great three-point guy. He made me some money this year. He reacted quick. I thought since he was going into the wall like that, he might actually hit the wall. This is a bad idea. It was out by a mile. Even with 99 speed.
Filtered milk.
Getting loose there as he enters the game on defense now.
No, and I haven't seen any baseball highlights today, really.
Takes a strike. Headed towards the corner, and that is a foul ball.
I should have bet on the Reds. I wanted to bet the Reds for the Rockies earlier today, and I just didn't get a chance. I forgot what time the game started. I knew the Reds were going to take care of the Rockies today.
In the air, center field. Aaron gets under it. Brings it in. One down.
Now batting, the center fielder, Dalton.
Next for Toronto, Dalton. Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Raleigh Fingers on to pitch here.
Well, the ERA tells you pretty much all you need to know. Under 1. He's been fantastic coming out of the pen.
Raleigh Fingers.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the ninth with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
Ooh, that's not good.
Raleigh, a former MVP, he features a sinker, a slider, a forkball, and he works in a four-seamer.
Oh, like the defense was making errors. They threw the ball away. Oh, jeez.
Lee Smith is forced to the mound after the injury. He last pitched 2 days ago.
Lee Smith.
Yeah, I stayed away from that game for betting because I thought that could go either way. Aw, man, my pitcher broke his arm out 1 to 2 months. Oof. He was doing great too, rally fingers. He broke his arm throwing the first pitch. It's weird. Usually when pitchers have an injury, it's usually not a break. It's usually like some type of ligament damage or something, and it's just throwing it like that. It's actually better that it's a broken arm and not like a elbow tear. That he'd be out longer.
And a swing and a miss there.
Well, in this one, the offense has sputtered. Somebody's got to find a way to get on, keep the line moving, and manufacture at least 1 run. Then maybe you get 2 or 3.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. The Red Sox leading by 3 here, the bottom half of the 8th inning.
Yeah, you gotta play defense. People underestimate defense in baseball. They always think about pitching or think about hitting, but fielding is almost just as important. I made some spicy chicken tenders. They're actually pretty hot. It says they're medium spice, but they're definitely higher to me than that, and I like spicy food.
The shortstop takes the ball.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything.
Yeah, they're good. They're actually making my stomach go a little crazy. Almost too good. How about you, eating anything fun?
Breaking ball misses down and away. That one a little bit.
Ooh, I bet they're good. I'm not a huge ribs fan, but I'm not opposed to it. There's a lot worse things you could eat than that.
Swing and a ball popped up. Boggs settles under this one. He's there. He's got it. And that'll do it. Blue Jays go down in order. They trail it here 3-0. We're back. It's the top of the ninth. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Brennan Bernardino.
Well, walks have certainly been an issue for him this season, so we'll see what kind of command he has.
Leading off, Wade Boggs. He's already homered in this game. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Curveball kind of backed up on him there. I think it just slid out of the hand a little bit too soon.
Yeah, it's a long time. It was the same thing last year. I don't know why it took so long, but that's what they wanted to do.
And they get the leadoff man in the ninth. So stepping in for Boston, Ozzie Smith. 0 for 3 in this. So now a pinch hitter, Nico Hoerner. Looking to start something with one gone. Bernardino in his 3rd season, 33 years old, and they traded for him earlier this year. Just missed. And it's fouled away. One down, base is empty. On the ground to third, Bautista. 2 up, 2 down. And next for the Red Sox, Jason Varitek. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. That one's in there. That's strike 1.
No ball. 1 strike.
2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the 9th. In the air, right side. And it's out of play, a foul ball. Misses off the inside. 1 and 2 to count.
This hockey game has been good so far. A lot of scoring chances for both teams.
On the ground, right side, Clement. Tosses to first, and the inning is over. Nothing. Staying in the game on defense, Nico Hoerner. Taking over as the new shortstop.
You should start watching now. The playoffs is the best time of the year. Best playoffs in sports.
Clement stands in now and watches strike 1.
The Capitals player the last game and the Washington the Canadiens player, they were fighting on the bench. It was crazy. They're not really supposed to happen. No, it's not a reach. If you don't know hockey, so you literally can't give an opinion on it. But if you spend equally as much time on all of the playoffs, the NBA playoffs is good too. But I feel like the NFL playoffs is actually kind of weak. Like, I like the NFL playoffs, but it has the best game. It's got the best championship game. But one game playoffs is kind of like, I don't know, something bad can happen. Although there's a lot of good games, like, they're entertaining. So none of them are bad. Like, if you rate them all, none of them are less than a B+. So, baseball playoffs are good too. I'll pick hockey. If I could only pick one playoffs to watch, I would pick hockey playoffs. What do you? I don't know. Hockey is the least popular sport in North America out of the 4. NBA is probably second most popular, besides NFL.
3-run lead. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. And that chance handled by Willie Mays. And there are 2 down. So they're down to their final out. And now the right fielder, Sean Green. Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot.
The hockey playoffs is the most intense. Basketball's pretty intense too when it's a close game. Well, like I said, they're all good. Like, none of them are bad.
It's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
That's in there. Strike 1. The Blue Jays trailing by 3.
And the overtime for NHL playoffs is elite. Like, how do you beat sudden death overtime? It's so intense. Any shot can win or lose you the game in the overtime. The NBA, overtime is cool, but you know, you have a 5-minute period. The NFL's overtime, like they keep tinkering with it because it's not that great. Like they didn't know what they're. For years, you just get a field goal and you win. Like that was kind of lame. Yeah, the NHL, especially overtime, is clearly the best overtime in playoffs.
They're down to their final strike.
Now just a cement mixer slider right there. It's a great pitch to hit if you can recognize it early and jump on it.
Hey man, if you got a game on you want to watch, I would start watching now. Best time of the year.
And a slider misses down and away.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
But with this 6th win in a row, all of a sudden, you start to look around, up and down the lineup to your.
You see that camera said Super Duper 7.
Had some tough times earlier on, but this is a good team, and you start to expect this kind of play out of yourselves. We'll see if this translates into a longer winning streak than it is right now.
The shutout in this one, 3-0 our final score. And the road team picks up the win and picks up a sweep. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying